Aries. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your December 2019 tarot reading. Here we have your first card that has jumped out. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, month of December 2019. What are the messages that we need to know for our Aries friends? I'm using the CBD Tarot de Marseille by Dr. Yov Ben Dov, and then I will also pull a card for you from the Voices of Saints. This is by Lo Scarabeo, and perhaps a saint for you to pray to this month, or to watch out over you this month, a special saint. All right, and so what are the messages that we need to know for our Aries friends, or Aries friends, for December 2019? Aries, December 2019, we're good to go. Let's take a look. Aries. And we had the Judgment card really pop out there for you to begin with, suggesting that some of you are feeling that you are called in the month of December, or it could even be something larger like a life calling, and that you are, I want to say, responding to that calling now. Let's continue to pull cards. Wow, all right, it's the 9 of Coins. Let's keep going. I will say it looks like perhaps it's a little bit challenging. You might have a certain goal that you're trying to reach. That's what I'm picking up. There's a certain goal that you'd like to reach, and it's just right there, I feel like, but you keep pushing ahead and pushing ahead. And now we have the Hierophant coming in. Okay, interesting. And the Six of Cups. All right, the Six of Cups in the foundation of your reading. Well, Aries, I think, this is pretty clear cut as far as I can see. I want to say, first of all, I want to say congratulations, but it's a little bit different than that. I want to say, good for you. You have really stuck this thing out. That's what I want to say, because getting to the end of the line it's a challenge. And I feel that some of you, I may have said this before. I feel like I've said this before, but it's coming up in the cards. I feel that some of you are working towards a position of authority, let me say, or it could be a position where you will be potentially counseling other people, or other people will be following you. It could be for some of you that it's a type of teaching position. It could be something like that. And I feel, the reason I feel like I'm repeating myself is I'm hearing this again, is they're waiting in the wings for you. And that is what came up last month. So I'm seeing it again. I don't remember if it was the Hierophant, but it's coming up again here. The Six of Cups saying that, Aries, you have been very patient, let me say that, and very persistent. This is not easy for Aries, because Aries wants things to go very quickly, right? And Aries wants things to be very fresh and new all the time. That's what we like, Aries, fresh and newness. And so if it takes a long time for us to get somewhere, it's not that we're going to quit. It's just that what I'm picking up is like a little bit of this weight of how long it's taken just to get to this one stage, if that makes sense. Let's continue on. Now we have the Seven of Rods coming in, and the Four of Swords. And so this is really consistent with the Hierophant coming in. Aries, here's something that I'm hearing that will potentially make you feel better. Let me just say that. If it has been a long, sort of challenging road, let me put it that way, the cards are suggesting to, just take a look at all that you've accomplished. You're actually, you have learned a great deal, let me put it that way, regarding this ambition, this road you're on, this goal that you have set out to achieve. You have learned a great deal about this. Your ambition has driven you. You're not going to quit. Your ambition has driven you this far, and it is going to continue. The Four of Swords coming in is saying to me that in the month of December, I think that for some of you, it would also help to take some time off. So I'm picking up this feeling like, I can't quit, I can't stop, I can't take a break, I can't put anything down because I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to reach this goal. And I mean, that's actually commendable that Aries, you are so driven at this time. And it's coming towards the end of the year. And so some of us have had, let's say, yearly goals, like 2019 goals. We might be trying to reach a certain figure or just some other type of achievement. And you might feel like, I just can't let down, I can't let down. But the cards are suggesting actually to me that if you do have the opportunity to take a little bit of a break in December, take a little bit of a rest. I'm picking up the idea of a couple of weeks or a couple of weekends, maybe. It might be something like that. Certainly with the holidays coming up, there are going to be some longer weekends, or some of us will be getting a little bit more time off, and then with New Year's. And I'm really hearing that this is going to revitalize you. Wow, I'm really picking up this very strongly. And it's this message. It is okay to take a break. Wow, okay. This feels like two cards to me. It's only one. That's interesting. This is the Ace of Cups coming in. Beautiful to see. And so here it is, Aries. Really, oh my goodness, here it is. Taking this break, if you can, for those of you who can, when you come back to this, when you get back into your regular stride, okay, of moving ahead to achieve this goal, it is going to feel fresher. It is going to feel a lot more like, okay, I can take a deep breath of this nice fresh air and I'm going to start right in again. I think for some of you, that's sort of like, perhaps let's say like a little bit of a question. I'm picking up the sense of obligation. And again, I apologize if I'm repeating myself from last month. I feel like I am, but the message is coming in that it feels like this drive is almost like an obligation. Like I have to do this. I can't take any time off. I have to keep going. But again, I believe if you do get a little break, you're going to feel refreshed. You're going to have that energy that you need to get yourself to the target goal. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune coming in. Well, and so, I mean, this suggests that for some of you, I mean, this is a very strong calling. Let me just say that. It's not just like, I'm kind of thinking about this. I'm not sure whether or not. I think I'll just try it, stick my toes in the water, see what happens. I don't feel like that. I feel like for many of the Aries that are here, this is something that you have really worked hard for. It's been quite a while, I believe, to gain control of. All right, so there's a lot of things here that seem somewhat out of control when we're talking about the wheel, right? And like we spin the wheel, we don't know where it's going to land. But here we see we have this figure on the top of the wheel saying, no, I'm going to take charge here. And I feel that that is what you have been doing. It relates to the calling. It relates to the feeling that you are destined to do this. And now we have the Seven of Cups coming in. All right, it's two sevens. Interesting. All right, I'm going to move those Saint cards over. Oh, and now we have the Empress coming in. The Empress. Beautiful to see. Again, Aries, this is confirmation. Absolutely. pat yourself on the back, I want to say, for all the hard work you've done. I feel the work that you're doing is very important as well. I think that it's going to touch a lot of people. And I'm seeing that in the Empress. I see a lot of love going out to the world right now from the Aries people. I see the Aries people actually like shining a light, let me say, upon the world, exuding love. It's a lot of giving. And so now you can hear it coming, right? I'm going to repeat myself. You have given so much, Aries. You are such a giving sign. You're so forgiving, so full of unconditional love. It's just oozing out of you all the time. And that's the reason why it is going to come back. At the same time, it's also the reason I want to say why you are absolutely justified in taking a little break for yourself over this holiday season. How long should it be? How long is it going to be? Well, it's long enough for you to feel refreshed, long enough for you to feel like the Ace of Cups, I am ready to go. Once you've got that feeling back again, for those of you that are resonating, of course, right? Once you've got that feeling back again, you are going to be recharged. I'm asking for 3 more cards as a final message or comment, and we have the Hermit. Okay, the Hermit coming up for December. Now we have the 6 of Swords, all right. And we have the Sun. How beautiful to see. Absolutely beautiful. A little different than the Rider-Waite, right? Sometimes I get confused and I say the Lovers when I see this card, but it's not actually. So with the Tarot de Marseille, we have these 2 figures. You know, and I've said this before, Aries, I'm going to say it again. When I see the Sun in a reading, it really reminds me of Aries. That's the feeling that I get from the sign of Aries. It's all about life, and it's all about youth, and it's all about forgiveness. We see these 2 little figures here. They kind of look like children, right? And, you know, no matter what happens, they're going to remain friends. That's what I'm picking up. For some of us over the holidays, it can be difficult. That's true. You know, we're getting together with families, people we haven't seen in a while. Old things get dredged up. That's true. Sometimes our patience is challenged a little bit, shall we say, over the holidays. It could be just like with facing crowds. You might even feel sometimes, Aries, like, you know, I just want to get away from this, right? I don't have the patience for this. I just want to get away from this whole thing. And that's the point, really, I think, of this reading, is to go ahead and take the time to get away from things. Get away from things, recharge yourself so that you can build up your energy, have that inner strength again, and be able to approach people with that beautiful Aries sun, that beautiful Aries love. All right, let's pick a saint card for you. All right, I'm excited for this. Perhaps you have certain spirits or guides or saints that you pray to. If not, though, this might be a saint that you could learn something about or pray to over the month of December. Saints, of course, are known for working miracles. That's how they become saints, right? And so let's see, what is the special saint for Aries in the month of December? The special saint for Aries, let's take a look. Oh, how beautiful. Saint Dominica, Virgin Martyr. Saint Dominica. Wow, interesting. We have these lions here, so sort of reminding us of the Christian martyrs. All right, we're seeing that. Some lilies, it looks like here, suggesting purity of heart and soul. I'm just going to read just a little bit, just a very short thing about this saint. And if you would like to pray to her this month, you can learn a little bit more about her. So for Aries, the saint for December, Saint Dominica. Let's take a look. All right. There's many languages in this little booklet, and I'm actually looking up the wrong language. Here we go. Wow. All right. 3rd century Italy, sentenced to the lion's den. He tamed them. Declaration of personal rights. Wow. All right. So this card represents Declaration of Personal Rights, suggesting the idea of creating boundaries for yourself. It sounds like there's a very interesting story behind this about the lions being tamed at her feet. You can see there. And so that might be something interesting to look up. And perhaps Saint Dominica, well, not perhaps, I know that if you pray to her, she will be watching over you in the month of December. Okay, thank you so much, Aries, for being here. It's been such a pleasure and a privilege to read for you, as always. If you enjoyed this reading, if you found it helpful, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and like. It's so very helpful. And I'll see you next time.